What's up, everybody? My name's Cody. In this video, I'm going to give you a breakdown of everything you need to know for the NBA All-Star Weekend, which is being hosted right here in Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, for somebody who's grown up here, this is a really cool sight to see. The last time this was hosted here in Salt Lake was over 30 years ago, and it's cool to see this come back to our city because so many things have changed. The city culture has changed, the state has changed, and of course, the NBA is bigger than ever. And especially with social media and just the internet, things are going to be crazier than ever. They're actually expecting over 100,000 people to descend into the city. So there's going to be lots of traffic. There's going to be lots of things you need to know. And in this video, we're going to give you a full breakdown of everything you need to know about the weekend. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into my computer here and take a look at this. So Salt Lake City Airport expects to shatter records with the NBA All-Star Game as well as the holiday weekend. A lot of people use this weekend to come out here to go skiing because a lot of businesses and companies are closed on Monday. So it's kind of an extended weekend here. Officials say that up to 40,000 or more travelers are expected through the airport's front doors on Monday. This is a 40% uptick from normal holiday traffic and much more than a normal big day of 30,000 people. Airport officials are currently dealing with the first issues related to both the NBA All-Star Weekend and the holiday high numbers of private aircraft in addition to commercial service. There's a lot of people with a lot of money that are flying in their private planes and need somewhere to park those planes during the weekend. It's creating a packed airfield with constant communication between airports and aircraft. So that's what's going on here. They're actually recommending some pretty insane wait times. I don't know about you guys, but if you remember back, like let's say 15, 20 years ago, right after 9/11, the wait times at the airport were brutal. I mean, you'd be waiting 2-3 hours to get through security, and it was just absolutely crazy. That's actually what they're projecting here. In recent years, that's kind of died down. It hasn't taken quite as long to get through security, but here in Utah, for this weekend, they're expecting they're recommending, hey, check out of your hotel 5 hours before your flight, return your rental car 4 hours before, arrive at the airport ticket counter 3 hours, and proceed through the security gate at least 2 hours before your flight. So they are expecting backups in the airport. If you're thinking about making a flight, catching a flight in or out of Salt Lake City this weekend, then definitely make sure to allow a little bit of extra time because of traffic. I want to jump over here to this article right here, which is going to be a breakdown of the roads that are closed for the NBA All-Star events in Salt Lake City. So this is just a quick little article here, and I want to show you the map here first because this gives you a really good overview of what we can expect. So if we zoom in here a little bit, Vivint Arena right here, home of the Utah Jazz, is right here in the middle. You can see where these road closures are going to be, starting, right? So you've got all these road closures. They have a lane open in one direction going this way. So you've got a little bit of access there. South Temple here is going to be shut down. You've got 2nd and 3rd West, which will be shut down. The Salt Palace Convention Center, there's a lot of things going on there, and these roads are going to be shut down as well. So there's a lot of closures in and around this area. If you're coming into the city to participate in these events, you're going to want to make sure to get there early for parking, or you're going to have to park further away and then take public transit or walk into this area, right? So it's going to be a very busy area, lots of people, and so something to note is that you're not going to be able to drive here on these areas, right? They do have a rideshare area. If you're looking at getting Uber, Lyft, anything like that, you can get picked up or dropped off right over here, as well as over here on First South, just east of the Salt Palace Convention Center. There's also going to be some events that are being held at the Huntsman Center up near the University of Utah. So they do have some closures here. You can see that the closed perimeter is this black line that goes all the way around here. So they're going to have this whole entire thing fenced off, and it's going to be, closed. And then they're going to have these alternative walking routes. So if you're going to the Huntsman Center, just know that you won't be able to drive or get around here in this area, and to be aware of that. With that being said, let's go ahead and jump over here and take a look at this. So the local brands take center stage as Utah creates its first pop-up liquor store for the NBA All-Star Game. Now, this is something that's pretty interesting. They're going to say in this article that it's never been done before. However, I think that for most other states, most other cities, this is probably not something that's all that crazy, right? But for us here in Utah, obviously liquor has been very restricted over past years, and this is a big deal for us. So it's actually pretty cool to see something like this come together. This article starts off saying booze became an important topic as state and local leaders began drawing up all the concerns that they'd have to address during this NBA weekend. The event is expected to bring in well over 100,000 people, which could put a demand on the Utah Department of Alcoholic Beverage Services liquor stores, right? All of the liquor stores here in Utah are state-run, especially the relatively small full-service liquor store in downtown Salt Lake. It also poses possible traffic congestion concerns for some of the other stores in the region, right? All of these stores are going to be extremely packed this weekend, so it's actually pretty cool that they're coming up with this little pop-up store. After about 18 months of planning, the store, which is going to be located inside the Salt Palace Convention Center, is now a reality as doors opened Thursday morning. So this is something that's going to be popped up for the whole entire weekend. The store is going to be open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It will not be open on Sunday. They do not do anything on Sunday, which is obviously when the game is being hosted. So make sure to get in there on Saturday at the very latest if you plan on going. The entire operation is going to be cashless, so make sure to bring a card. But the store does take all major credit and debit providers, and all prices are going to be the same. So that's a good thing about this, is there's no markups, there's no crazy expenses to the liquor, to the alcohol that's being sold here, because everything is controlled by the state. It does actually provide a little bit of continuity, which I think a lot of people will actually appreciate. Yes, it does make it a little bit harder to get, but the fact that you don't have to overpay for, a bottle of wine or a bottle of liquor is actually a pretty nice thing, I think. There's also going to be products with ties to the Utah Jazz at the store, such as Jazz part owner Dwayne Wade's wine collection, Wade Cellars, and Jazz legend Karl Malone's vodka brand. So they're going to have some special stuff there. There's also going to be a lot of exposure and a lot of recognition on Utah breweries and distilleries. So make sure to look out for some of those products as well. If you want to get something that's unique to the Utah area, make sure to check those out. Next up, let's jump over here and take a look at the full schedule. So this is the 2023 NBA All-Star Weekend schedule of events. This is everything you need to know. So on Friday night, I've highlighted some of the important things that you want to know here. Some of these other ones, if you're a hardcore fan, you might be interested in, but I think for your average person, this is probably what you're looking at. So tonight, Friday, the time I'm recording this, you have the Jordan Rising Stars. It's going to be hosted on TNT. Tomorrow, Saturday, February 18th at 1 p.m. Eastern, they've got the All-Star Practice presented by AT&T. That'll be on NBA TV. And if we scroll down here, Saturday night, we go into the State Farm All-Star Saturday Night, which is on TNT, and the game itself will be on TNT as well, just so you know. They're going to have the Skills Challenge, the three-point contest, and the Slam Dunk contest all on Saturday night. And then on Sunday night is the game. The cool thing about this is what they're doing is they're actually hosting all of the draft right before the game, apparently. So they're going to do the All-Star Draft, which is presented by the Jordan brand at 7:30 Eastern, and then the game starts at 8:30, right? So these people are going to go out there and play, and it's going to be kind of a new format, and it's going to be, totally awesome. So with that said, my name's Cody Steck, your favorite Utah realtor. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're thinking about buying or selling real estate here along the Wasatch Front or anywhere in the state of Utah, reach out to me. Check out some of my other videos here on the channel. You can find my information down in the description box below, as well as access to some of those other videos that I've put out about the area. With that said, thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.